Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be going over a 2021 Kia Soul EV in-depth review. Now, I know I haven't been uploading for a while. I have been busy with some things, so now I'm back on track. I am still uploading every 2 days, so don't think I'm uploading one video a week. That was just because I was busy doing something else. But let's move on to the review. So we are going to go over the range, top speeds, all the specifications you need, and a quick overview of the highlights of the car that you need. So a good thing with Kia, all Kias generally come with about 7 years warranty or 100,000 miles, which is an amazing warranty, a good start, and you get that completely for free when you purchase your car. Obviously it has zero emissions, and you have a 64 kilowatt lithium ion battery, so that's a relatively large battery pack for this type of car and the size of the car, and it's got about 280 miles of range on a single charge. So as you can see, the brand new Kia Soul is actually very stylish. You can see it has some brand new redesigned, refreshed tail lights, and it looks very nice. Now, how to know if the Kia Soul is actually electric? You'll see the Soul at the rear of the car in red, and you'll know that that is the electric version of the Soul. Now, there is actually a petrol and diesel version available of both of these cars, so if you want to go check them out, you can. But I truly don't recommend them. I truly recommend that you do go for electric. It is better for the environment, and it's not as difficult to plan a route. So here you've got some pictures. As you can see the front, and you see the charging point as well. Now for home charging, I actually recommend you to get the pod point charger. This will charge to around 7 kilowatt an hour to about 22 kilowatt an hour, and you can get this installed for under £450 here in the UK, and you should be able to charge your car in just over or under 10 hours, which is not too bad. So if you plug it in during the evening, it should be ready to go in the next morning. And for public charging, I recommend you use any other charging network apart from the Tesla supercharging network, which is not compatible with these vehicles. I recommend you use Ionity chargers. These are available as long as you're using the Type 2 cable that the car comes with, and that should charge your car relatively quickly and should be able to reach around 50 to 100 kilowatt an hour. Now, the top kilowatt an hour Ionity can produce is over 300 kilowatt an hour, but the car is not capable of reaching those speeds or over 200 kilowatt an hour, so these will charge at slower speeds, at reduced speeds, so it doesn't overheat the battery. And if it were to go 200 kilowatt an hour, it would completely destroy the battery. But it doesn't happen, so don't think you'll be charging like Tesla speed or any other high performance vehicles that support the high charging rates. So this is the front of the car, and you can see it looks futuristic. It doesn't look like a box for a start. Now, back in like 3 years ago, it was pretty much like a box, but now they've sort of ramped the design up. It sort of looks like an SUV now, but it's not really an SUV. You've got loads of boot space for all your luggage and everything else you need to carry for daily driving and daily use. And it has relatively comfortable seats, but I don't recommend driving this long distance because of the range, and you're probably going to need to do a lot of charging stops, which is pretty obvious. And it rides over bumps relatively good, but it's not the best. It hasn't got air suspension, so it's not going to handle it as well. It has lots of colours available for the exterior, and here are some of the trims that you have. Now, it does come with 17-inch alloy wheels. You've got a Harman Kardon sound system, and you've got a 10.2-inch touchscreen for your infotainment system, which supports satellite navigation around Europe and the UK, and you can control your weather, your state of charge, all your driving information that you might want to know when you're on the move. It's also good that these are very boldly displayed, so this is clear to read and easy. Really big buttons and physical buttons as well in the cabin, and you can see your shortcuts and the actual feature you want to access really quickly, rather than going through multiple different menus or having multiple small icons on a 15-inch screen, for example. So it has a heads-up display, which is also relatively good, but this one is slightly dim, so you might not see much during the day, but during the night it's absolutely fantastic. Now you can display everything you can display that you have on your driving information in front of you, so your driver's board display, however you want to call it, is just literally mirrored onto the heads-up display, so you don't need to take your eyes off the road. It's a sort of development, so you can keep your eyes forward and not moving down to any other boards. So it has adaptive cruise control with a smart function, which basically allows you to have like a Kia autopilot, if you want to call it that way. It's got leather upholstery, and you've got dual LED headlamps at the front. You've got a start-stop, and you actually have a wireless mobile phone charger, so if you happen to have a phone that supports wireless charging, then you can hop this phone onto the wireless charger and it will charge once the car is on. And you have lane assist, which is pretty obvious. It helps you stay in lane. Now here are some dimensions. You've got 1,800 millimeters there, and here are your other dimensions. So it's a good spec car. The price starts from around £35,500. I did not mention that, but now you know. And you can see it has a lot of specifications available. So it has a good battery pack, but you can change the battery pack, and you can see the max power it can get is 150 kilowatts, and the battery weight is actually 457, and the capacity is 180. So for service you want to go about every 10,000 miles, so about 1 year. So that's your service interval. It's got 104 miles an hour top speed, and you've got 109 energy consumption, so watt hour per kilometer, and combined electric energy is 157 kilowatt hour per kilometer. Your range in the city should be around 407, and your combined range is 280, and you've got a 0 to 60 in just under 7.7 seconds, which is actually decently fast for a car in this size. And that is pretty much it. I'm not going to configure the car, but if you do want to see a comparison video between this car and some other cars, and also I have made a top 10 most reliable cars here in the UK that you can buy right now in 2021, then make sure to check out the car that I put in the top right hand corner of your screen, and you can go check out any other cars that are in that list, and I'll be putting a separate review to all of them. So if a review isn't out yet before, then stay tuned so you can watch them in-depth reviews first before anyone else. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to be on Tuesday uploading another video, and I'll see you in the next one.